Hello, my name is Mariana, and yes, this is another one of the new series, which, by now, because there are so many videos, I feel like it's not so new of a series, but it's not the regular tarot reading that you're used to seeing here in my channel. But I just feel like, I am just loving to share things spontaneously with you. So the one story that I just wanted to really share with you today, and I feel like this one can be controversial because in thinking about beauty, right? Why beauty matters. I once watched this documentary called Why Beauty Matters by this British philosopher who I cannot remember his name. But I feel like if you just Google, and I feel like it's free here on YouTube, if you Google or if you go on the on YouTube search, you will find this documentary. Um, so I was watching this documentary, and I was, and this was back in architecture school. So my background coming from architecture has a lot of this notion that beauty walks hand in hand with function, right? And how, less is more by Ms. Van der Rohe. And, there are so many concepts, aesthetic concepts in architecture that and not just in architecture. I feel like that's the point of this documentary, is also in art, but in life in general, right? It's like art and architecture, or all things created by mankind or by humankind, are this reflection of what we're going through culturally. And so his argument in the documentary, and the things that were relevant to me at the time while I was a student in architecture school, it was about how beauty has been neglected, or how beauty has become something just to add an ornament, or this unpractical thing, or this non-functional addition to something that has nothing to do with the purpose of the building, the purpose of the art. And so he was talking about how this neglect, how this, leaving beauty aside, right, has really put us in like a lower mood. Or I don't know if I'll remember exactly his right argument, but it's almost like it's turning us into people that are, you know, um, it's almost like changing our aesthetic taste in a sense, right? And I know, the controversy here is because, maybe uh, for you, you have the opinion that beauty is, depends on what you think is beautiful, what you think is tasteful or not. And I don't know what to say to that, to be honest, because I feel like, coming from this architecture standpoint, beauty has everything to do with proportion and symmetry and balance and structure, and just, it's almost like this very Greek classical notion of beauty, I would say. But I feel like, the more we evolve as, a culture, or as a civilization, it's like, or, I want to say, like, not going to this very abstract or, general kind of understanding of us humans, but, our generation, us here, alive in 2022, there is something about how beauty is necessary. That's my opinion, right? And it doesn't matter if you think that beauty depends on taste or not, right? It's like beauty is necessary for all of us, even if it is, um not purposeful, or even if it's not contributing with any sort of functional end, right? I feel like, and it's not also just this very shallow ornament, right? Is more, to me at least, and this is what I wanted to share. Maybe you have a different opinion, and I would love to hear it. But to me, beauty has everything to do about maybe the state of being, the state of awareness, or the ability to capture our focus and to just strike us with so much power, right? And it's a power that is, it has nothing to do with function or some sort of purpose, right? It's just the beauty is just the power of being, I want to say. It's like, and I know it's like this very philosophical kind of discussion here. So maybe you can help me on this. It's just that to me, this thought about beauty being extremely necessary in one's life, especially nowadays, I feel like brings us closer to nature, brings us closer. And I don't mean only, nature as in, a beautiful garden, a beautiful beach, a beautiful mountain. These things are striking. They are just, gorgeous and splendid and take our breath away. It's like, it is really something powerful. But to me, beauty, it's like it's almost like when we take the necessity to see a beautiful thing as something that is useful. And this is also something that I've spoken about, about seeing useless things also as, divine things, right? And necessary things for our well-being. I feel like beauty has kind of the same thing, right? And this is a discussion that I often have with my mother. I am a Cancerian and my mother is a Capricorn, meaning we are polar opposites, right? And she has this very practical mind about like things need to be useful. If they are not useful, they don't have a place here. And to me is quite the opposite. It's like, just take a look at my background, right? As my wall, it's like, what is the purpose of this other than just being beautiful? And, apart from the quotes and, all the memories that are associated with every image and every single piece of paper, it's like, it's just for the purpose of being aesthetically pleasing and beautiful. And to me, that's enough. It's like something just being beautiful for the sake of being beautiful, it's enough. And that is what, that is the approach I have, or the perception that I have whenever I'm watching a beautiful sunset, or whenever I am, just observing the sea, or whenever I am, picking up a flower from the ground, or just simple things, or even when I'm, like baby faces or pets, or whatever is beautiful to you. Or in my case, I've been sewing, so beautiful things that I create myself. It's like, yes, they do have a purpose, right? Because they are clothes that they are supposed to be worn. But if they weren't, even so, like, I would still create them just because I feel like they are beautiful. And just because of that, to me, that is more than enough, actually, right? That is necessary. I feel like it's like the piece of wonder and beauty that we need, and throughout our life, and embedded throughout our day. It's like we need pieces of beauty, in each step of the way. Otherwise, maybe this path would be very harsh, or very dull, or very, not aesthetically pleasing, at least, right? So I'm curious to know your thoughts on this, because yeah, maybe you agree with me, maybe you disagree with me, but yeah, let me know what you think about, beauty being necessary nowadays more than ever. So I hope this was helpful to you. Thank you so much for being here, and I'll see you next time. Bye.